Hey, what is up guys? The Michigan Minecrafter back here with another video, and today I am on the server world, which includes Bixopolis as I've mentioned before, but a few things have changed. If any of you guys out there have downloaded the version of Bixopolis that's available for download over on Planet Minecraft, you'll notice that this version of it looks a lot different. And actually, this is the first peek that you guys are getting at the server world, which is pretty cool, because this is actually, I'm on the server right now. This is what it looks like at this point. It's private at the moment, but we only have a few more things to go before people can start joining the server and before we can go public with it. So I'm very excited about that. It probably won't be before the end of January, like I had said in the comments before. It'll probably be more near the middle of February, since we still have quite a ways to go with the plugins and stuff, because we're actually planning on doing an economy server where, like, all these little shops down here you'll be able to buy stuff from, and when you're out in the rest of the world, like mining and getting all sorts of stuff, you can come here and sell that stuff and get currency. And then one thing that we're messing around with too is a plugin called Townie, which basically makes it so that you can also use that currency to buy plots of land that only you would have access to break and build things on, and then you have to pay taxes on that, so you have to keep making money, otherwise it goes back to a natural world where people can break things and do all that sort of stuff. So that's sort of where we're at with the plugins right now. But as far as Bixopolis goes, I just wanted to show you guys some of the new buildings that are really cool that you guys have never seen before, because me and Aiden have just been going crazy building new buildings in here, because it's been so long since I built new things on Bixopolis that I was just getting inspiration all over the place. So the first one, and probably the one that me and Aiden are most proud of, is this one right here, which I forget what we called it. We name all of our buildings, but I think Aiden was in charge of this one. The Aquafront Hotel, I guess? I don't know. We can work on the names, but yeah, so this is sort of an apartment building. If you look inside, we've got apartments and stuff in there, and that's part of the reason why I said we need to work on the name, because it's not actually a hotel. This is a place that you can live in if you want. So yeah, there's like a penthouse up here with skylights and everything, but yeah, so that actually brings me to the other thing that we're working on as well. We're not exactly sure how it's going to work yet, but we want the apartment buildings in the city to be accessible for people, so that you can store stuff in there that you only need like when you're in Bixopolis, so that you don't have to carry everything with you out into the natural world, so that every person can have like their own apartment. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, because like, I don't know how we'd make it so that you can claim apartments and how we'd lock chests and that sort of stuff, but that's just sort of what we're thinking right now and what we're trying to figure out how to do. But yeah, so that's one of the new apartment buildings. I think all of the new buildings that we've built are apartment buildings. So then the second the second one that we built was this one right here, which I haven't actually named yet. I don't know what I want to call it, but it's a pretty cool one. Another apartment building, very open rooms on the inside, lots of open space. And this is actually built, if you guys have explored the downloadable version of Bixopolis, this is where the Welcome Center used to be, and it still has the original floor, but this is obviously a brand new building that we've built on top of where that was. So yeah, pretty excited about that. I think this one actually turned out really cool, especially this like front facade type thing. But yeah, and then one of the other new buildings that we've built is this one right here, which in my opinion turned out a little weird. It wasn't exactly how I expected it to be, but I think it's still pretty cool. And it's built on top of this apartment, which is on top of a couple of shops down here. And this is some more apartments, and these ones are actually really cool because each individual one is 2 stories. And what I mean by that is basically each individual apartment has a loft. So as you can see right here, we've got the main area, got some chests over there, little enchanting area, and then you've got the loft where the bed is. So that's sort of the cool thing about this building, is that it's got tons of open space in each of the apartments, and it's got that little loft area. And then, let's see, what else have I built? Let's see here. And then I think we're on to the last building that we've built. Oh, actually, we've redone Aiden's castle. Once again, I don't know if you guys have seen the old one, but it was the first thing that Aiden basically ever built in Minecraft, so it was pretty bad, but we left most of the original and just encased the entire thing in bricks, which was really cool. So yeah, this is actually what the outside of it used to look like, so it was a little tacky. But yeah, so we've totally revamped the whole thing, made it look super cool. This is actually still the original design too down here. And yeah, so that is what we've done with Aiden's castle. It looks way cooler now. It was so weird looking before. It was like an eyesore on the mountain. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that particular development. Alright, time set 0. Okay, there we go. And then the last building that I've been building, and is actually still a work in progress, as you can see I've still got some of the materials in my inventory, is this crazy looking building. So I decided to build something on top of the bank, and I'm not sure what this building's actually going to be now, since I don't know if a bank is really going to have a functional purpose in the server world of Bixopolis, but we'll find some sort of use for it. But in the meantime, we've broken out the ceiling, so this is like the original roof right here. We've broken a hole in it, and then there's just this crazy building that goes up on the inside. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So most of the rooms are not, actually none of the rooms are furnished yet, and some of the rooms don't have windows yet. I've done the top ones and I've done the bottom ones, but I haven't quite done the middle ones yet. So that is kind of where we're at with this building at the moment. But the penthouse is crazy. So you might already be able to see, it doesn't look like water in normal Minecraft, but there is a pool up at the penthouse, which I think looks crazy. And then we've got all these like cubes facing out in random directions and that kind of stuff. And so the penthouse isn't, like, in some of the buildings the penthouses are private, like this building over here that I showed you. The penthouse in this one is like a private area that would be probably meant for like 1 or 2 people to live in. But this is like a public area that people can go to. So it's 3 stories, which basically includes all of the areas that hang out over the road and everything. And it's basically just a giant area that you can explore and like look through the glass floors and get vertigo if your Minecraft looks good enough. But yeah, so then the pool, I don't know, I'm just so proud of how this pool turned out. But yeah, so this is the pool. It's kind of weird that there's glass panes underneath here, because you can breathe and like look out, and it's sort of weird, but yeah. So that is pretty much this building. But as far as other developments with Bixopolis go, obviously when I was editing this in here, certain things had to change in order to make it fit more naturally into the landscape. And one of those things was moving the neighborhood back a little bit. So originally, the road that ran through the neighborhood lined up with this gateway right here, which is now just sort of a viewing area. that you can look out on the swamp from and look out on the wall, which I think turned out really cool. And then now the road actually runs through the center of the mountain, which actually turned out really good because there was already a cave in here naturally. So I just connected the two, and this is kind of how it turned out. So that is how you get to the neighborhood. And the same situation goes for the houses as what goes for the apartments. We're trying to figure out how to make it so that people can move in here and use the chests and everything that the houses have in them to their disposal. But we're not exactly sure how to make it so that people can claim the area to, like, maybe build a couple things in and furnish by themselves, but not be able to, like, destroy the houses, if you know what I mean, or the apartments and that kind of stuff. So that's sort of where we're at on that project right now. And then obviously there's the wall that goes around the outside that sort of protects everything. And as far as the building permissions go, all of Bixopolis at the moment is protected from anybody who's not op. So what that means is you can't build or break anything in Bixopolis if you're not op on the server, which nobody will be once it goes public, because even I'm not going to be op. Sometimes I will go op so that I can fix things or build new buildings, but other than that, I'm going to be right there with everybody else in survival mode, just exploring the world and taking advantage of the economy and everything like that. And then this building over here, I don't know if you guys recognize it, but this is the modern house from the Bixopolis world. So I've edited it into this mountain island sort of thing. And this one is not going to be available for people to move into, because this is basically the Team Pixel house. This is the one that all the guys from Team Pixel wanted. So we've made all of our little rooms in here. So this is mine over here. Just sort of a simple little room, and then everybody else went freaking crazy with theirs. Like Vanyan, here's his right here. He's got like his like armory, and like his bedroom is up here and opens out to the mountain and everything like that. So yeah, that's what the modern house is going to be used for, is just a base for the people from Team Pixel. So yeah, but that's about all of the developments on the server at the moment. As far as the actual building boundary goes, it doesn't exactly hug the wall of Bixopolis. Like, you can't build right on the other side of it. It's actually just past the modern house and encompasses most of this desert and everything. And part of the reason why we did that is not just to protect the modern house, but also to protect this whole area in case I want to expand Bixopolis, which may end up happening. I've been thinking about building like some canals through the desert and like putting some housing in there and maybe some more skyscrapers and stuff like that. But yeah. So I hope all you guys are excited for when the server is up and running and public for you guys to play on, because that will be coming soon. And I don't have the plan set in stone yet, but this is just a sort of preliminary idea. I think I'm gonna live stream when we go public on the server, so I might end up doing a live stream where basically I'm on the world. And then there's like a countdown to when the server goes public, and then I put the IP out there in like the stream chat and on Planet Minecraft while the stream is going, and then everybody can join, and then we can basically live stream the beginning of the server starting up. So I think that would be super cool. If you guys are interested in that, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see all of you guys in the next video.